I will try to keep the phone from bouncing and not moving, but we are in part 3 of the saga that is Christine's life. This should be a subscription service, because it's beyond ridiculous, stupid. What? So, my mom and my son, where I left off, mail order husband was out in the box from UPS. My mom and my son come back, and I realize as I'm looking at the box, the generator, I look at my mom and I said, what the hell did I do? And she said, I don't know. So I start reading, and I'm thinking, my lovely friend at Home Depot, I almost fell to my knees when I realized what I have to do to this generator. I looked at my mom and I said, I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to sit in the ice chest until my body temperature takes me to that place where you start hallucinating, and just leave me there, please. Because if I don't start hallucinating from the heat, then let's start hallucinating from the cold. She disagrees with that plan and says one of Lachlan's old teachers, her son lives on this street. I'm going to go see the white truck down there. I'm going to go over there, knock on his door, see if he's home, and hopefully he'll come and help us set this up. But if it were me, I don't know if I'd open the front door. Linda comes walking back. She said, well, I knocked on the wrong door. He doesn't live there. I said, just take it back to Home Depot and I'll be in the ice chest. And she said no. The gentleman that answered the door said, what is it that you need? My mom explains our situation. And I must say, at this point, ER nurse is kicking in. Heat stroke. You stop sweating. You don't pee. You start to cramp, like arms, hands, and you start hallucinating. Well, if you know me, most people think I'm hallucinating on the reg anyway, so I started to get a headache and realized I don't even know if I had peed the whole day, and it was, I didn't know if I had urinated the whole day. And just for the non-medical people, it's really important to go to the bathroom. And if you're not going to the bathroom, you got to start drinking double what you normally drink. But 2 things. My mom and I go round and round and round about water consumption. Anybody knows me, Diet Coke is my long lost sibling, and I love it to death. Now, when I got pregnant, I calculated, this is how much I love it. I calculated how many I could have in a day and it not be a danger to myself or to the pregnancy. This is a serious relationship, and I'm not going to call it an addiction because I can stop it and not get headaches. I tell my pain management doctor, I can't get addicted to anything. The pain medicines, they stopped them cold turkey. For days I didn't have them because my blood pressure was low. Dear God, can I please get an addiction to something? Just for a month, maybe. And I'll get off of crack or heroin or whatever. And please remember the disclaimer, my sense of humor is very dry and you won't know if I'm joking or if I'm not. I'm not going to get a heroin habit. Mostly because I have no veins to stick. So the gentleman asks what she needs, and I said, I hope you turned on your immediately and walked away. And she said, no, I told him he's on his way over. My child and I look at each other and I'm thinking, again, God, I love Texas. I don't know any of my neighbors. Working night shift, I was never around during the day. I sure as hell don't mow my lawn. And then with all the health stuff, I'm sure people thought I was dead. Not seeing my car and then my SUV leaving. I think the general consensus was that I was dead and my mom moved into my house. This gentleman comes over with a full-fledged plan of hooking up this generator. He told me he has one. He has a little RV and he was gonna leave 2 days before the storm, but decided not to. And was happy to help because he had been just chilling in his RV, running it with the generator. He uses less gas. He looked at the one that I bought and he said, this sucker could pretty much operate your whole house. And I said, I don't want that. I would be happy with the generator operating the box fan in my bedroom. He hooked the little window exhaust thing, because I also bought an air conditioner. Hooked up the window exhaust. And hooked it up to his spare generator. He said, you don't need that big sucker. He said, why don't you go ahead? So we picked my bedroom because it's downstairs. So avoiding the heat rising thing. And it's a long story, but I have an adjustable base bed that is in my room that needs to go, and then I have this bed that I'm sitting on. So we come into my room, and you gotta understand, my room looks like a storage closet for medical supplies, a care home for blind people, because no one would choose to live in my room right now. It's just a hot mess because I can't do more than like one load of laundry a day, and my back tells me to stop. So I got a little jolt of energy and started getting my skinny clothes out because I've lost so much weight. My pants that I was wearing, if you read the article, there were pictures of me and I was quite rotund. The pants, the stretchy pants that I wore, would fall to my ankles if they didn't have a drawstring. So I had to get skinny clothes out because I couldn't wear drawstring pants that were 4 sizes too big. And as I said in previous videos, if you missed it, I dropped a huge amount of weight in a very short period of time. Not the way to do it. Don't ever. There's an eating disorder, putting yourself in diabetic ketoacidosis to drop weight because you lose 40 pounds in a week. Yeah, I did that, but I lost like twice as much as that. Your body can't keep up with that. Blah, 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 blah. So, what I didn't tell my mom was that I did tell my son. I said, there's a condition that you can get from the heat, and I think I'm starting to get it. He freaks out. Why do you tell me these things now? I'm going to worry about getting it. And I said, I'm telling you because you're not drinking water, number one. When was the last time you peed? I don't know. Why is that important? Okay, you're going to get the lecture. So, he gets... when did I learn about rhabdo? I don't know. IC rotation. We used to see patients all the time. Landscapers who just work and work and work and work. No judgment. Get a tall boy for lunch and go back to work. Even though you're carrying your gallon of water. This is where my mom and I, one of us has to go to the she shed because we butt heads about this. Water's great, but it doesn't have anything in it. No sodium, no potassium, none of the things you lose when you sweat. You gotta replace that. So I'm thinking, what if I had to drink? I had one of my best friends, and that's it. A Diet Coke. And I realized cussy words in my head, and I just started drinking the ever loving, God-forsaken heck out of these HEB canned drinks. I told you the weird thick COVID stuff. Grape, strawberry, pineapple. Oh my God, delicious. So I checked the label. Sodium, check. Potassium, check. I start drinking. I'm like, nobody's business. Go to the bathroom. when my mom returns, I preface every conversation now with, I'm not arguing, I'm not yelling. You can choose your own death. I'm not fighting with you about this. Please listen to me. All of that water, you're just diluting what you have. Football players take salt tablets. You're not replacing anything. You're just drinking water, hydrating your blood, not your cells. Can't explain this to her because she looks at me like I'm speaking Cantonese. I said, you're not going to argue with me. And I put a different drink in front of her that I knew would be palatable, and she drank it. And I said, keep drinking it until you pee, because you're gonna die. You're at one extreme. I'm sick. I can tell I'm starting to get sick. I came clean. Finally my son was like, thank God I don't have to deal with this. I said, he's the only one here who can take it. But I said, if you stop sweating, you need to tell me. You had better be sweating constantly. Because if you stop, we're in trouble. Why? Now he wants to know about the illness. He told me not to tell him about it. I said, no, you just told me. You didn't want to hear about it. Well, now I do. I said, we'll go help Mr. John, who's the neighbor, do this first. But I said, you better have a drink in your hand every time I see you. And I looked at my mom and I said, that goes for you too. So old Mr. John's hooking everything up, and you can use my spare generator, it'll be fine. Hooks it up. We had AC running in my bedroom. I hooked up a couple of extension cords and had a fan, my box fan, for the dogs. Heaven. Until it stopped. Again, I'm bringing out the ice chest plan. Mom said, no, I'm going to call John. I said, this man probably has a family and they are trying to get out of Dodge. What did you clarify? So I'm yelling at my mom like she knows any of this stuff. He sends her a message. Told him what I did. Put up 2 extension cords. Oh, probably just overloaded it. I need to just switch a setting, whatever. And he comes back and he said, I think the AC that you bought, it's powerful. We are going to have to set up the generator you bought. And I said, whatever works. This man doesn't know. I was about to Dr. Verone hypothermia protocol myself to heaven. Purgatory, most likely. So he takes a box cutter, slices open the generator box. Now they're outside. Once I heard this, I said to my mom, I'm just gonna lie down here and die because I'm done. She said, okay, well, you lie down here and we'll let you know what happens. So I'm lying on our air mattress. My son comes running in. and says, the power's on. What? Because I'd kind of fallen asleep. He said the power's on. The generator? No, the power. And he flips the switch. The light came on. As he sliced the box open, we had power. I told him he was our savior, he was our angel. I was done with this. I will never do this again. I feel like by this point, I want to pull my brain out of my head and my legs are cramping. I didn't care. I said, I have to go lie down in my room. And I put my fan, I was sitting directly in front of that fan. It's one of those that's like, if you go to an automotive place, the box fans, it could have blown me across my room. I was sitting right in front of it. I couldn't move. And I could feel my legs were cramped. And then I ended up falling asleep. And woke up today. I have no idea what time, because nothing was charged, nothing was on. And I try to walk. It's not funny. I try to walk and my legs are just two solid sticks, tree trunks. Can't find my phone. Can't ping it because like I said, the thing's running. So I hobble like I am missing feet to find my mother and my son, and they're gone. So I go back into my room and lie down and realize that I am 99% sure that I am in rhabdo, and then I realize you might want to pee, so urinate. In rhabdo, people urinate straight blood. My urine was just concentrated, but concentrated urine, you can see blood. I mean, the lab can detect blood. Well, I have lab sticks in my bathroom, and I could have tested it. I thought I was better off not knowing. Drank after I went to the bathroom, and then fell asleep. And they went gallivanting all over town. Grocery store. Oh, we went and had breakfast. I said, did you know if I had a pulse or not? Well, no, we didn't want to disturb you. You said you were going to sleep for 3 days, so we just thought it'd be best if we didn't wake you up. They're lucky that Buc-ee's had electricity, and we went to Buc-ee's like 5 times. Hurricane Beryl. Let me tell you, I don't want to be an adult. I'm sure some neuropsychologists would agree that I should not be allowed to be on my own. I am taking applications for mail order husbands because there's another story about my house. This could be a poltergeist house. That could be the problem. Maybe it's the house. I need to have a priest come and do an exorcism / blessing. Because the other house story, you're just going... The reaction is, Christine! Yeah, that's my life. So, girl from Louisiana, born and bred. And the hurricane got the best of her. It was freshman year at LSU when Hurricane Andrew came through. A lot of people think Hurricane Andrew in Florida. Go back and do your research. It plowed through Baton Rouge first. And I'm just going to stop there so I don't cause any strife in the home, the poltergeist home. So, once again, be thankful. This isn't your life. That's number one. Number two, let's get to peace, y'all. Shalom. Come on, let's shalom. Mazel. Let's get it. Peace in the Middle East now. Put your guns down. And, holy cow. I don't even know how to get back on track. I can't lift my arms. My muscles hurt so bad. And my legs. Trying to hydrate as much as possible because if I start peeing blood, I have to go back to the hospital, and I'm so sick and tired of being at the hospital. Then I forget sometimes that you're old, nearing half a century pretty soon, and your body is wrecked from COVID. So, pardon the cussies, but F COVID, and take care of yourselves. I think I saw something about COVID cases spiking. Just stay away from people. People are gross. That's bottom line, what you have to do. And I'm gonna go see Dr. Beryl soon, and we can address this look of pallor. See if I need a blood transfusion, because I think I do. So, blessings. Hug your families. Who knew this would be a 3-part series of me losing my mind in Hurricane Beryl? I don't think I've recovered yet. I need a nap. So, thanks for participating. Hit subscribe. That helps with analytics and whatnot. You can choose if you want to be alerted. Click like. I need to know. And comment. Comment about anything. Comment about my grammar. Comment about, I can't believe you're on your phone with no makeup on. I didn't wear makeup from the time my dad died until recently. So I don't care about that. Comment anything you feel like it. If you're sick of seeing my one beanie, I can't find the other one that's cuter. But that's not really priority one right now. Priority one is making my crafts to get my mind off of my life. Anyway, good night, God bless. Subscribe, like, and please comment anything.